In Genesis chapters 25 to 27, we enter an important part of the journey of faith for the people of Israel, beginning with the family of Abraham and continuing through his son Isaac. After Sarah passed away, Abraham took another wife named Keturah and had more children. But the promise and inheritance of God were still reserved for Isaac, the child of the covenant. When Abraham reached the fullness of his years, he died and was buried in the cave of Machpelah, where Sarah had already been laid to rest. The Bible also records the descendants of Ishmael, the son of Hagar, and tells us that he too became the father of 12 tribes, just as the Lord had promised. Then the story turns to Isaac and his wife Rebekah. For a long time, they were unable to have children. But when Isaac prayed earnestly, the Lord answered him. Rebekah conceived twins, and even in her womb, the two children struggled with each other. God declared that two nations were in her womb, that one would be stronger than the other, and that the older would serve the younger. When the time came, the first child was born red and hairy, and he was named Esau. The second child followed, grasping his brother's heel, and he was named Jacob. As they grew up, their characters were very different. Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the open country, while Jacob was quiet and preferred to stay among the tents. Isaac loved Esau because he enjoyed eating the game he brought, but Rebekah loved Jacob. One day, Esau returned home exhausted and starving. Seeing Jacob cooking stew, Esau begged for some. Jacob seized the opportunity and demanded Esau's birthright in exchange. Careless of its true value, Esau agreed, trading his inheritance for a bowl of stew. In chapter 26, a famine struck the land, and Isaac intended to go down to Egypt. But the Lord appeared to him and told him to stay in Gerar. God reaffirmed the covenant he had made with Abraham, to bless him, to multiply his descendants like the stars, and to give them the land as their inheritance. Out of fear, Isaac told the people that Rebekah was his sister. When the truth came to light, the king of the Philistines protected them. Despite difficulties, Isaac was blessed greatly by God and became very prosperous, stirring jealousy among the Philistines. They quarreled with him over wells, but Isaac chose peace, moved away, and dug new wells until he found room to live in peace. God appeared again, assuring Isaac of his presence. Even the Philistine king came to make a treaty, acknowledging that God was truly with Isaac. Chapter 27 describes a turning point. When Isaac grew old and blind, he called Esau, asking him to prepare a meal so that he could bless him as the firstborn. But Rebekah overheard and devised a plan for Jacob to take the blessing. She prepared food, covered Jacob's hands and neck with goatskins to resemble Esau, and sent him to Isaac. Though doubtful at first, Isaac finally laid hands on Jacob and gave him the blessing, promising prosperity, authority, and dominion. Soon after, Esau returned and discovered the deception. He wept bitterly and became furious, vowing to kill Jacob once their father had died. Fearing for her younger son, Rebekah urged Jacob to flee to her brother Laban in Paddan Aram until Esau's anger subsided. These chapters reveal the marvelous plan of God. Esau, who despised his birthright, lost his blessing. Jacob, though flawed and cunning, was chosen to carry forward the covenant line. The story reminds us that God works according to his will, and true blessing does not belong to the strongest, but to those who value his promises. Sparkles, thank you so much for listening to today's Bible story. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the upcoming stories. Cherry Blossom wishing you a day filled with peace and blessings.